everyone. Today I'm going to share with you my top 10 plays for 21st century marketing. And in doing so, I've selected the top 10 as what I think is the most relevant to folks in the wellness business. Now, of course, what distinguishes marketing in the 21st century is this extraordinary influence of a lot of different technologies, both old, new, and emerging. So before I go to the first play, I want to begin with a very important warning. The technology trap is created when our perception of the change we think is occurring is different to the rate at which change is really occurring. Lots of businesses have fallen for this trap, Blockbuster, Kodak, to name a couple. The reality is that technology is changing at parabolic rates. So it's not decelerating, it's accelerating. So with that in mind, if you choose to adopt one or two of the plays I'm about to share with you, I urge you to do so as quickly as possible. Now, the first play I'm going to begin at the risk of never being invited back to this conference again. And I'm going to say to you that this play is premised on something very, very important. You are not in the wellness business. You're in the behavior business. And this, the most disruptive technology since electricity, is an extraordinary example of how technology is enabling spontaneous behavior anywhere they want, at any time, via this device and others. You need to make sure, as we go forward, that you're using whatever you can by way of your technology stack to enable behaviors like shopping and sharing and socializing and so on. Stop trying to change attitudes. They're notoriously difficult to change, and it's really expensive. Focus on devices like this one and how you can have that device prompt behaviors that are in favor of your business. And an extension of this play is my second play, most importantly for wellness, which is to make wellness a ritual. These billion-dollar businesses, growing at parabolic rates still, have evolved into rituals. They are part of their customers' everyday lives, often more than once a day. How might you, using technology, enable your customers to adopt wellness as a ritual? Have you really explored the subscriber model that might deliver wellness in a box every month, rather like Birchbox has done with beauty or Harry's Razors has done with shaving? I genuinely believe that migrating wellness from being considered an occasion or an indulgence to being a ritual in my life would lead to parabolic growth for your business. The third play is to be omnichannel. The debate over whether or not you are online or offline, it doesn't matter. You need to do both, but you need to do them both relevantly to your customers. When Amazon bought Whole Foods, the debate was settled. Are you sure that you've got every digital platform working on your behalf relevantly for your customers? Health and beauty is already online an average transaction of around $80 worldwide. That's a big number. But if you were able to evolve wellness as a ritual in people's lives, that number would explode parabolically. And play number 4 is to make sure that by now or going forward, you are mobile everything. Mobile has long since surpassed time spent compared to desktop and others. By the way, mobile is not just the cell phone, it's tablets, it's rings, it's wearables. And note what an extraordinary proportion in these 5 leading e-commerce markets mobile purchases are being made in your category in beauty and wellness. The corollary of using 5-inch screens is the challenge of putting content on them. So play number 5 is to be visual. Long before we invented the written word, we were using pictograms and hieroglyphs to tell each other the stories that we wanted to tell. I think some of the science revealed earlier in this conference confirms what a lot of other science I understand, which is we are wired to learn visually. One study I recently read equated 60 seconds of video to roughly 500,000 words. Video is a particularly powerful visual platform. Make sure your YouTube channel speaks well on behalf of your business. Make sure any video that you can put together of quality is engaging folks in a way that is relevant to them. Play number 6, one of the most important relationships to being an omnichanneler, is to nail search. The vast majority of any purchase made online, and by the way, a significant proportion of all purchases, starts in search engines. Not just Google, but Amazon, which is becoming a very strong search platform simply because we want to know how much the things cost. Facebook is an extraordinarily powerful search engine. Make sure that your business, the keywords that drive search to your site and drive people to your spa, are ones that you've got nailed, and continue to monitor their performance on free tools like Google Analytics, which will tell you just about everything you need to know when it comes to those words. Play number 7 is to join these, my heroes, these visionaries who have envisioned the future and brought it to the present by imagining the unimaginable. And so I want to take a few seconds to share a few of the technologies I think have the most potential to impact marketing in the wellness business in the very near future. And the first of them is virtual reality. This is new furniture that you'll see installed at major cinema chains soon. I have a tremendous amount of heart for virtual reality and wellness, simply for its capacity to transport you to other places. I wonder which one of you will be the first to open a virtual reality-enabled wellness experience. Which one of you might crack the code for what is essential to this format, which is the content? What is the right content that will inspire a wellness experience that your customers would adopt a ritual around? The cousin of virtual reality is augmented reality. Augmented reality is a lot less constraints. You really only need a screen or glasses. This experience at Sephora is helping her understand how to wear certain makeup and eyeliner and, I guess, lipstick. I predict very soon the staff here at the Breakers, via augmented reality-enabled devices and machine vision, which I'm going to share with you in a second, will be extending very personalized experiences to people because they'll know their name and they'll have a good sense of their guest history and what they might like. And that will have something to do with this technology, machine vision, which has come a long way. This is an application that is scanning an identity database at 1 million pictures per second. It's Chinese. There's many others equal to or better than it. The point of machine vision is enabling devices to identify who you are. And when you know who you are, you know perhaps what you last bought. And as a result of that, you have a fairly good idea about what you might well buy going forward. Imagine, again, in this hotel, the power of knowing where the customers are and predicting what the customers might want as they arrive in certain parts of the hotel or your spa. Voice platforms like Siri and Alexa and Cortana have come a long way at recognizing how we speak and what we're saying. the major banks are already working on voice print identity for transactions. Voice is the most natural human interface. It's the one we like to use the most. When I ask Alexa where I can find a massage, is it your spa that Alexa recommends? Could it be? What Alexa-enabled application might you create that extends the power of your experience into voice, which is, I predict, one of the most powerful new marketing platforms in the next couple of years? So by now, I hope you see what I see, which is that every company is a technology company. Stop leaving technology to the nerds. It's too powerful and too important to your marketing to continue to let others manage it for you. Technology should be the cornerstone of your marketing strategy, and you should have a very clear idea of the technology stack you need to create the sorts of experiences that will encourage people to adopt your wellness experience ritualistically. Play number 9 is what I call the digital paradox. Better, faster, and cheaper used to be a choice of one or the other. It's not anymore. It is not mutually exclusive. And other technologies that I haven't talked about today, technologies like robotics and other extraordinary technologies, are rapidly driving prices down in lots of categories, reducing the speed to market of many things, making things even better while they've been produced faster and cheaper. If you've seen a trend in pressure against pricing in certain products that you're finding necessary, it's because of this effect, I'd predict. It's not a choice anymore, and it's something that you need to embrace. And finally, play number 10 is perhaps the most important of all. What is your customer's journey to and from your wellness experience? Where along that pathway, from home to life, to inside the store or with the product they experience that you've given them, where along that path does technology play a role? Because when you figure that out, you create for yourself an opportunity to create an extraordinarily distinctive advantage over your competitors that perhaps they can't imitate because you've either been first or you've been smarter. But knowing the many customer journeys that your customer takes between you and them is essential to putting together the technology strategy that you need to succeed in the 21st century. With that, I wish you all the very best of luck. By all means, if you wake up sweaty at night and wish you had asked me a question or had the opportunity to, feel free to write me at paul.price@cocreativ.co. And by all means, if you like rants, follow me on Twitter at paulnprice. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.